In 4 episodes, I presented to you the 4 watches that I'm considering for my next big watch purchase. This was the Rolex Oyster Perpetual in 36mm, the Breitling Chronomat also in 36mm, the Tudor Black Bay 36, and the Omega Seamaster Aquaterra. And finally, I know it has been a while, I'll reveal to you which one I have chosen from the 4. And if you're like me and you're looking for your next second-hand luxury watch, then we are very proud to announce that we have partnered with WATCHCHARTS. And if you want to know how you can save money on your next second-hand purchase or make sure you know when prices are low, then stick around to the end of this video. But now let's finally cut to the chase. Let's see which ones I didn't go for. Right off the bat, the Rolex Oyster Perpetual is, in my opinion, one of the most pure and best choices if you want a 3-hand watch. Of course, this also goes for the Explorer, but it's much more expensive than the Oyster Perpetual. But right now, where I'm at in my life, I don't think I'm ready and I don't want to own a Rolex at this point. But to be honest, from the get-go, this was kind of out of my budget. I just felt like I had to present it because it's such an obvious choice if you're looking for a simple 3-hander. The next one I'm going to rule out is the Omega Seamaster Aquaterra. Because at this point I have 3 Omega watches, which still sounds quite weird to say, but it really puts me off the brand right now. I don't want another Omega watch. I really look to keep my collection very versatile. I really like to have different colors, different styles of watches with different capabilities. And this is difficult to say because I really like the brand. But this Aquaterra just has a few things that I don't really like, which is mainly the hands and this kind of deck style dial. And that's exactly what I want, right? I want a simple watch and this one is just not doing it. And finally, for the last 2 contenders, well, the Breitling Chronomat is a beautiful and unique watch that really surprised me because I'm not a fan at all of Breitling, at least what they did a few years ago. They are doing better right now. As is the case with this Chronomat, and researching and making the video for that watch was really eye-opening. The Chronomat is a really great watch. I feel like one of the most unique ones in this lineup, but it doesn't do the same for me as the Tudor Black Bay 36. Tudor right now is just doing so many great things and I feel very connected to the brand. It's not a very prestigious brand in terms of it hasn't been around that long, and it was specifically brought into this world by Rolex to rebring this cheaper tool watch on the market that Rolex was at its beginning. Of course, this is a long time ago already and Tudor has become its own brand right now, and I feel like they are really killing it, especially at the entry level or the lower point of the luxury watch sector. The Tudor Black Bay 36 is exactly what I'm looking for my next watch. A very clean dial, 3 hands and nothing else on the dial. A rather simple case and sturdy bracelet and clasp make this a perfect daily watch for me, and the 36mm is just a treat to wear. I've had it on my wrist a few times now and it's really an amazing watch. The snowflake hands had to grow on me, but they did. At the beginning I thought this was kind of a strange thing for Tudor watches, but the more I saw it, the more it made Tudor watches unique, and it's also just very legible because you have this big hand with a lot of place for lume, so I don't think you will have difficulties telling time at a glance. Like I said, and I keep on saying it, the 36mm is just so comfortable. It makes this watch also very discreet, yet sporty and versatile on top, and I just love that and I'm looking forward to owning this watch. The bracelet is very much alike to the Oyster bracelet we see from Rolex obviously, but it's a very strong bracelet and I'm extremely surprised by the clasp because the feeling when you open and close the clasp is almost comparable to what we see with Rolex, and that is really a compliment to Tudor because the tolerances are so nice and the operation of the clasp feel so well executed. The movement inside this watch is not an in-house movement. Of course, you can't really expect this at this price point, but it's a great Celita movement brought up to COSC spec. So it has the characteristics of a COSC certified watch, but it's not gone through the actual testing. But I'm sure this watch will be plenty accurate enough for my purposes. And this is really a watch I see myself wearing every day. It's so nice and sporty yet elegant. I feel like you can do anything with this watch and it will excel at it. The only thing I'm not sure yet is the dial color. I ruled out black because I think it's just a little too boring and I have other black dial watches, but I'm not sure between the blue and the silver sunburst. I think they are very different. On the one hand, we see blue dial watches a lot this day and age, and it kind of puts me off having a blue dial watch as well. But the lacquer, I think it's a lacquer dial, it just looks so deep and lustrous. I also really like the idea of owning that watch, but I really have to compare it again to the silver sunburst because I think the silver sunburst also looks beautiful. But I do think the silver sunburst dial puts it a little more towards the classy side because it really, I don't know, I associate sunburst dials with classy watches, and the blue on the lacquer blue on the Black Bay 36 really makes it also very sporty and of course very versatile. I mean, both colors really go with many things, so I will have to ponder some more to find out which one I'm gonna go for. And now to the part that could actually save you money. If you want to buy smart, buy at the right moment and for the right price, then I can only recommend Watch Charts for you. It's a great website to have watch prices and the evolution of watch prices at one glance. And if you really want to go all into this and get as much information as possible, you can go premium. You get 20% if you use our code WATCHSCIENTISTS, and this will give you so many perks on top. You can go up to 5 years back in pricing history. You'll have access to a top list of investment opportunities right now and in the future. You will get data from the last years of sales prices, so watches that actually sold for a certain amount instead of just being listed for a certain amount. And you'll get advanced analytics and visualization tools to make sure you don't miss the right moment to buy the right watch. I'll leave everything down below in the description, so just check their website out and let us know what you think. But that's it, that's the end of the video. Check out the links in the description below and thank you so much for watching. Ciao.